The next session focuses on innovation in healthcare. And the format is going to be a little bit different, but I'm going to let my friend and colleague, Krish Nanyagada, come up here and explain it to you. As those of you may remember from this morning, Krish is a person who wears two hats. He's the Chief Information Officer at Geetham University in Visakhapatnam in India. And he is also part of the team at IDEA at Northeastern University. He's part of the advisory board for IDEA, which is the student entrepreneurship initiative. So Krish will introduce a video we're about to see and then explain the rest of our activities in India. Krish, over to you.
Thank you, Ravi. A very good afternoon to everyone. I also have a third job today. Ravi has given me the privilege of being the last man standing between you and the exit doors, especially at a time when the weather is really getting better and better, a far cry from what it was this morning. But we'll make it, we'll keep it short and sweet, so please bear with me. We have a special video message being delivered by the Honorable Minister for Health and Family Welfare of Government of India, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya ji. So after that, I'll step back in and talk a little bit about the innovation that is happening in India. What the Honorable Minister will talk about is, he lays. He gives us the lays of the land and also talks about how India-U.S. partnership has been helping spur joint research, innovation, and pharmaceutical industries is being helped, as well as vaccine development and in general the biotechnology field has gotten a boost from the partnership. And he also talks about programs like Ayush and Ayushman Bharat that are aimed at large-scale healthcare coverage for the masses of India. So let's get the video rolling. We'll have the message, then I'll come back in. Thank you.
Namaste. Director of Center of Emerging Markets, Professor Ravi Ramamurthy ji, faculty members and scholars, business leaders, innovators, and entrepreneurs, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of 1.4 billion Indians, I convey warm greetings to you. I'm delighted to join you at this special India-U.S. Business and Innovation Summit, organized by Northeastern University in collaboration with the Consulate General of India. This summit is a fitting tribute to our achievement in the fields of business, innovation, entrepreneurship, and development. Our Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is a celebration of our vibrant democracy and as much of our thriving economy and enterprise. In August this year, Boston celebrated India as the 75 years with great favors. India Northeastern University's partnership is strong and growing. We have over 2,000 Indian students enrolled here. Our research and academic collaboration are expanding. The Indian story today is one of the aspiration and inspiration. Our ties with the United States have emerged as the defining partnership of the 21st century, and they continues to grow and prosper. We are partners in the Quad and are working together to address the challenge of 21st century. A historical MOU in the field of health and medical sciences has been signed last year between U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and India's Department of Health and Family Welfare. Under the India-U.S. Health Dialogue, there have been extensive exchanges in areas ranging from cutting-edge biomedical research to low-cost innovation. The vast network of institutional engagements has brought scientific communities, academia, and industry work together to develop COVID vaccines for global benefit. Corbavax has been developed by Baylor College of Medicine in collaboration with India's biological events, while the Serum Institute of India and Novavax produced Covax. Under the Quad initiative, 1 billion doses of Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccines are being produced in India for the countries of Southeast Asia. We have also developed the world's first DNA-based vaccine, CHIKO-D, and given its emergency use approval, while the vaccination drive in India has been exemplary. With over 2.19 billion doses administered so far, we have equally been at the forefront to help others by supplying vaccine doses to around 100 countries. The Indo-U.S. Vaccine Action Program, operating since 1987, has demonstrated major achievements like the low-cost rotavirus vaccine, Rotravec. First indigenously developed vaccine has been introduced in the National Immunization Program of the country. Ladies and gentlemen, India is the third largest player globally in pharmaceuticals in terms of volume and is among the leading global producers of cost-effective generic medicines and vaccines. Indian firms account for almost 40% of generic formulations marketed in the US. 90% of WHO pre-qualified APIs are sourced from India. 65 to 70% of WHO's vaccine requirement are sourced from India. Indian companies have manufactured highly cost-effective anti-HIV drugs for use in African countries. Building cooperation between US organization and the private sector. Our unique CoWIN app has ensured efficient administration of COVID vaccines. This open source digital infrastructure enabled people to check and book vaccination appointment and get digital proof of vaccination on their phones. We have been able to provide healthcare services across the country, including remote areas, through National Telemedicine Network. National Medical Knowledge Network is providing a platform to interconnect government medical college for tele-education and online medical consultations. While technology has been at the forefront, we also show unprecedented interest in healthcare solutions rooted in traditional Indian systems on holistic health known as Ayush, Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha, Homeopathy. The WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine was recently inaugurated in Jamnagar, Gujarat, in India. Yoga at Home initiative to de-stress the mind and keep the body healthy gained immense popularity, helping people cope during the difficult phase, especially during the lockdown, with the vision of achieving universal health coverage and our commitment to leaving no one behind. We launched the Ayushman Bharat or Long Live India initiative under one of the components of health insurance. Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana provides health protection insurance coverage of ₹500,000 to 500 million beneficiaries. This is the world's largest government funded health protection scheme. In India, we are now proud of state of art treatment, affordable at of the highest standards. A significant number of patients visit India from countries such as Australia, Canada, UK, and even the United States for treatment. This has led to the emergence of medical value travel as a major, rapidly growing sector. The education sector in India is equally dynamic. The National Education Policy 2020 offers myriad avenues to enhance our university to university links, joint academic programs, credit portability, and research partnership. We are now open to foreign universities setting campus in India. We are hopeful that US universities, including Northeastern universities, will make the best of these opportunities. I wish the summit the very best. Thank you.
Well, the second part of my session is to talk about entrepreneurship and innovation in India and how Northeastern University is helping spur that. Northeastern, my colleague and partner in crime, Greg Collier, could not be here, unfortunately, but he's probably watching us. Hi, Greg. So Greg and I set out to go to India about 5 years ago to take the entrepreneurship experience and the program that we have here called IDEA at Northeastern University to Indian universities. And in the last now 5 years or so, we have worked with at least about 8 universities and schools actively, and several other dozens of other universities indirectly, to promote entrepreneurship at the student level. So this is giving, as you probably know, the career progression of an Indian student is to aspire to be placed in a corporate job at the end of another 4-year degree. But we wanted to change that course and offer entrepreneurship as a career to students. Have students think of entrepreneurship as a career. So as a result, we were able to get the word out, albeit slowly, but it is catching up. And as a part of this program, the India at 75 program, we collaborated to conduct a contest in India. This is a collaboration among Northeastern University, Geetham University, Startup India, and Invest India. It's a massive effort that was undertaken several months ago that culminated in finals that were held in August. So we're going to very shortly witness a video that shows the highlights of that program and the winning pitches here. There were five winners there, 5 venture ideas that were selected. And as you could see, the theme of the contest was the social problems, solving social problems. All 5 of the winners presented ideas that involved innovation in healthcare technology. So you will see that how passionately the students have pitched their ideas and how well they have thought about solving problems for the masses of India. So let's roll the video.
That I've written down is entrepreneurship is not easy. Getting an idea is difficult, but even harder is to actually realize that idea in reality, implement it, form a company or a social venture, go out there and serve the stakeholders, solve the problem in society that you have been inspired to solve. Now, as you go on this journey, I think one, I should appreciate you all.
In India, there are more than 54 million people suffering from uncontrolled diabetes, which exposes them to neuropathy, nephropathy, and cardiovascular diseases, whose aggravation can lead to amputations, major organ failures, and even death. To add to their misery, diabetics with one or more complication has to spend at least 30,000 every year for their routine healthcare. Feetwings has developed an IoT-based smart sock that automatically alerts diabetics whenever their blood glucose is high or low, and also provides them an early warning for foot ulcer progression sites, allowing them to prevent and monitor the progression of the disease.
Good morning.
What's your name?
I am coming.
Okay, nice to meet you. And have you graduated?
Yes,
Okay, and what are you doing now?
I am working.
Okay, actually, you got late to the meeting today.
I am sorry.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Electric technologies are trying to make this world accessible. Thank you.
A visit to a blind school, and it was apparent that braille technology is extremely redundant. The only braille kids could get access to were donated braille books. Seeing this, we started out building a cheap portable braille printer that you can use on the go. This device prints braille on sheets of different size and material, thus maximizing utility. We are in our prototyping stage and expect to start user trials next month. This is a braille speed test from one of our earlier proof of concepts where high speed and perfect quality was achieved even on regular and cheap paper. Expensive braille tech with very little utility has become the cause of widespread illiteracy. We aim to reverse this dangerous progression and give blind people the chance they deserve.
On life that COPD patients have two major difficulties. That is, they have to be always be seated in a wheelchair with continuous oxygen supply, and only B-type oxygen cylinder holder, which is 15 kgs in weight, can fulfill their need. So we thought of building an efficient electronic wheelchair with inbuilt B-type oxygen cylinder, which is not found in a market.
Rahul Bagel, a bilateral ampute from IIM Indore, found it strenuous to type and access his mouse cursor on the computer to efficiently perform in college. He fell short in his online exams several times despite knowing the answers. People like him shouldn't be forced to settle for something less than what they're capable of. We soon realized the magnitude of the problem and that a large number of individuals shared stories similar to Rahul. Individuals with upper limb amputations, neurological disorders, and upper limb fractures find it difficult to access computers and smartphones. Mouseware is a single solution that is a head-wearable device that enables hands-free control of computers and smart devices with simple head movements. The user merely needs to strap on a headgear and rotate in the direction the cursor needs to move. Mouse clicks can be performed with our multiple assistive switches and typing through speech-to-text engine. With this technology, Rahul could indulge in activities he couldn't do before. He can now attend exams, do graphic designs, beautiful posters, play games, chat with his friends online, and perform other complex tasks. We are reimagining a world where disability is no more a barrier to interact with technology and unlock their true potential.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Geetam.
So, thank you.
So those are the type of innovation, just a sample of type of innovations that students are undertaking in Indian universities and schools. So with that, thank you very much for your attention. Over to you, Ravi.